Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
This is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, today coming to you from the 42nd Annual Houston Auto Show at NRG Center in Houston, Texas. Today, we talk to more participants in today's new car extravaganza. Later, Jeff dives into extended car warranties, and Mr. Mars reviews the 2025 Kia K4. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who's behind us. We always need more Jeff Zekin. What are you doing back there?
Giving you some information.
Ooh. And over here, we've got David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. Okay, so why don't you give that to Jeff and let him introduce our guests?
All right,
okay?
that'd be fine.
All right, Jeffrey.
To my left, we've got Rodney Collins. And
Rodney.
we have Tony Leon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And you are with?
Nissan.
Nissan.
Oh, my God. All right, so let's start this conversation
Let's
by
do
asking
this.
the question, do you know Steve Parrott?
Not personally.
No, not personally.
No?
No.
Okay, you're allowed to stay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do send him a holiday card, though. So
Do you? That's good. No, you don't.
Liar.
Liar, pants on fire. Because you know, Steve's going to hear this interview.
Yes.
And I'm going to do everything I can to embarrass Steve
Oh,
through you.
okay.
Are you employed by Nissan or some aftermarket company?
So we're trained by Nissan, right? We go to headquarters, but we are affiliated with a third-party company.
So where do you live?
I personally live in Atlanta.
And you?
I live in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes.
And the headquarters is in Nashville. So
Nashville.
none of that makes any sense. So how did you get this job?
Well, I'll tell my story real
Yeah,
quick.
please.
I basically did an event for a company, the third-party company that hired us, and they asked me after the event, they said, hey, would you like to do an event for Infiniti unveiling QX60? It was in Orange County, California. So
Yeah.
I went out there and I did a great job. And then 2 weeks
Allegedly.
later. Yeah, allegedly. But 2 weeks later, they actually said, hey, we want you to send a video introducing yourself to Nissan. I was like, okay, sure. Then about a month later, I was in Nashville training as a product specialist.
Oh, very good.
That's how it happened.
Very nice. Because, you know, I would love that kind of job.
Yes.
You know, I did NHRA drag racing one year, and I thought, this travel is absolutely killing me.
Yes.
I was doing marketing and PR. How about you?
How'd I get the job?
Can
so,
you top that? Can you top that?
Well, I'm a spokesperson by trade, like a host. So I say that because
You know who he reminds me of?
Jack
Michael
Fulton.
Garfield.
Okay.
You don't know who? Look him up. Anyway, go ahead.
But it's a jack of all trades kind of a job where hosting sometimes is sitting on the radio station with you,
Yes.
doing an interview with the CEO, juggling popcorn. Who knows? You really kind of have to check off a lot of boxes. So I just proposed to my now wife, and I was looking for another job to, fund that ring. And I saw an email come through as far as looking for automotive hosting, and I thought I was hosting for a commercial. Ended up being this gig, and met this guy in Nashville, trained along the way, and I still do the hosting. We do trivia over here at at the auto shows throughout the
did that
country.
last year.
So
You did that last year.
I host trivia, play games with the crowd, invite them in. So I still carry the work.
Well, I have to tell you that I had this flashback. I have lots of those now at my age. A flashback of going to car shows. One of them here, not in this facility, but it was part of the Astrodome complex at the time. And going there, and they had, at the time, a lot of concept cars. So Buick would have their latest Buick concept on a turntable sitting up, and they had the guy, walking around and displaying the car and showing these certain things about the car and pointing it out. And he had memorized the whole script, and it was well thought out and
Well-rehearsed.
well done, all done by a marketing company. I thought, golly, that was really good. I want to buy that, but you can't. Those kind of things. So, and I'm thinking, they don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
But you are the new spokespeople,
Yes.
and this is where it all happens. Well, that's good.
Yes.
So what do you got over there in the Nissan booth?
Oh, there's a lot of excitement right now, especially for Armada and Murano owners.
Why?
Because we have a brand new one. That's why.
Yes.
2025, new Murano, new Armada. You were asking for it. Just a little long in the teeth as far as a new redesign.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yes.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I got to see those. Steve brought the new lineup of Nissans down. It was a little over a year ago before they made the official debut.
Yes.
I got to see the new Z.
Yes.
And I'd never seen it before in person. You have one of those over there?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
So you got the full lineup of Nissans over there?
Not the full lineup. But
What are you missing?
We're missing
Versa,
Sentra,
our Leaf.
Yes.
The Leaf's not there?
No, it's not over here. No.
Okay.
But we do have the Aria, which is our electric vehicle.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's very nice.
Yes.
I was so impressed by seeing that
Yeah.
when Steve brought it down here. I mean, it's nice.
It's very nice.
And great design. Now, that's the all-electric.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And how's that doing in sales? Because, rumor has it, and all of the news people like us are saying, well, EV sales are kind of waning.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
I would say the Aria is still performing pretty well in the market. That's why we still bring it out to the shows. For the ride-along experiences, like when we do that at the shows.
Are you doing a ride-along here?
Not here.
Okay.
But normally when we do that at the shows, I drive it oftentimes, and people love the Aria.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say about 65% of the people I talk to in the car has either bought one or is looking to buy an Aria when they come and ride with me. So it's doing very
because,
well.
not only does it look good on the outside, it's
Yeah.
really got a cool interior.
It's very cool.
Very, very new and modern. And
Speaking of that outside, the one that we brought to this show is probably my favorite colorway of the whole lineup. It is the Northern Lights Metallic. So if you're familiar with the Aurora Borealis, those
Yes.
Northern Lights, you see that on this paint job on the outside there. Again, my favorite colorway, and pretty much all of our vehicles, that is.
It is.
yeah. Okay, so you got a nice display over there.
Yes.
Do you have the new truck?
The Frontier?
Yeah,
Yes, the Frontier is definitely. Our Pro 4X is over there.
it is.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Because I ran into Steve on press night. Preview night. Were you guys here? Probably not. That was Tuesday
Well,
night.
Yeah,
we were flying in at the time, so yeah.
Losers. So we were here.
I missed you.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you at the airport.
There it
And we
Yeah.
just
That's why I
two
didn't get
ships
picked
in the
up.
night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so I saw Steve, and we had a little quick jaunt around your display over there, and it's nice.
Yes.
And so as you come in the front door, generally speaking, it would be off to the left, over toward the boats.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. So those people that, okay, send the Nissans over there. When you come in the door here at NRG, there's a map that shows all the displays and where they are.
Schematic of the layout, yeah.
The layout. And the car show takes up half the area.
Yes.
This is a very big place.
It is huge.
And so it takes up half, the car show takes up half, the boats take up the other half. Have you been over to visit the boats?
Absolutely.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
You picked out your favorite?
I picked out
Yeah.
one that my wife
That-
would kill me if I bought it.
That
yeah.
big cabin cruiser?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, exactly. Well,
love
LA Harbor, it's right there.
Right in Marina Del Rey, I could,
There you go.
pop on in there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, what are you going to tell people when they come and visit your booth about the Nissan lineup? Because they're going to come in there and they're going to be looking for an SUV,
Yes.
chances are. They may be looking for a truck. You got that. So what do you say, anything I can interest you in today?
Okay.
Anything I can show you?
They kind of flock by themselves to the Armada.
Yes.
I worked the Texas State Fair, so for the full month, and that was when, again, we don't really have concept cars too much anymore, but we brought that before it, officially released, and Texans love themselves a bigger SUV. And you talk about the comfort and convenience with the newer Armada.
Yeah.
Not only heating, not only cooling, especially down here in Texas, but also massage chairs are also available there. So
Yes.
the vehicle kind of sells themselves, both the Murano and the Armada. But then when you talk about some of those luxuries, hey, how about a biometric cooling sensor that keeps all of us comfortable in the cabin? When it's super hot, you get those 101, Fahrenheit days
we
out
know
here.
very well.
And
Yes.
it's a little humid, you got a wet seat you're leaving behind. No more because of that biometric cooling sensor. So you have the AC
Yes.
that's keeping us all cool and comfortable.
What are you laughing at? Why are you
He
laughing?
caught up on the wet seat.
You like the wet seat.
That happens in the winter, too.
We don't.
For you, it does. Yeah. Well, I think that the diaper booth is over on the other
it's
side over there
It's
by
on
the
boat
boat
section.
Yeah.
We call it a life vest.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's interesting.
And
The
we
Armada.
We offer incentives too. We got up to $1,000 in cash incentives too on all our
Really?
vehicles.
Are you handing out the cash over there?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? We got a way of kind of letting them know where they go get it from.
I got you.
The simple email, they just stop by.
Yeah.
So it's also one of
Yeah.
those. Oh, you like this one? If you're thinking about getting it, how about $1,000?
Now, are you the only two guys over there?
We have a couple other people on the team for sure.
Yeah,
Hope
great
some,
team.
hopefully
Well, if that
some
was the
females.
case, it would be an empty
Oh,
booth.
we have
if
some
we're-
amazing, very beautiful women working over there. So
Because,
We do too.
God.
yeah, you definitely want to have a reason to come over.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do I not do it for you?
That's why we're
Yeah.
not getting any
Me
action.
personally, no. But I would like to run my hands through your hair. I can tell you that. I wish I had all that.
I conditioned just for you today.
That's
You're
it.
going to end up with a wet seat.
Yeah. So when I come over there, you guys know all about the engine sizes,
Yes.
the options, whatever they are, and you have option packages,
Yes.
like all the other car makers. And I'm looking for this, but I don't need that. Well, you're going to get that with this option package, and it's going to be more affordable for you if you buy it in the package as opposed to buy. You get all of this
Yes.
for the same price as you can get just pick and choose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just had an experience where I helped a gentleman over here this morning. He was looking at our Rock Creek Rogue, and he was looking at the Rock Creek Pathfinder that we have over there. And he was trying to compare because his wife is an owner of the 2017 Rogue. So he loves the Pathfinder, the Rock Creek, but he also did not know we had a Rock Creek Rogue because that's like their favorite vehicle. So it really fit their needs. Because my question was, what are your driving habits and what do you need?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking for? And he said he wanted to keep the same size, but he needed to be able to go off road and have some fun. I was like, well, here you go.
So the Rock Creek is a trim package.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was so popular with the Pathfinder that we copied and pasted it on the Rogue, which is
So
our best
my
seller.
ex-wife has got a Rogue, and my oldest daughter has a Rogue.
Yes.
And you got a Rogue too?
I got a Rogue as well.
They're extremely popular, and people don't. It's not one of those vehicles that comes top of mind. You think about all of those that you see on television,
Yes.
right? And the advertising isn't there for the Rogue because I don't think it really needs it. It sells itself.
Absolutely not. You are correct. And that's the beautiful thing. You said your ex-wife, your daughter, I have one as well. And beautiful thing about it is that they probably, all three of them, look different and unique.
Yeah.
Mine is all blacked out because I just introduced a child, so I needed a family vehicle.
Yep.
But we didn't need that much space. But I told the wife, hey, I'm not driving a minivan, okay?
Right.
I'm entering dad mode, but I still want a Batmobile.
Well, Amy, I've got a 2-year-old grandson. He fits great in the back seat
Yep.
in his car seat.
Yes.
And it's just kind of like the right size when you're starting a family. To me,
It is.
I like that size vehicle. And listen, we all drive all sorts of different cars. I get a different car every week. I get to see all the different cars. Matter of fact, last week I had the 392 Jeep Wrangler, which is, high horsepower, bad to the bone Wrangler.
Yes.
Today I'm driving the Silverado pickup truck, electric. $83,000, but boy, is that nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
And here in Texas, trucks, man. It's funny to me because here in Texas, you'll find, you go look at the bed of the pickup truck, it's got a scratch in it. It's 3 years old. Oh, well, yeah, I really don't haul anything except passengers in the back seat.
Why'd you get a pickup?
Here in
Yeah.
Houston,
That
Texas,
happens here, too.
here.
Yeah.
It's like,
Coming from Georgia,
what is that about?
growing up, you'd see it in the high school parking lot. Every kid's got a truck. And I'm like, you're too young to work. What are you doing? What are you hauling? At least
We ain't hauling nothing.
Nothing.
Except butt.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm happy to know it happens here too.
Oh, yeah. It's huge. People buy trucks because they like the big.
Yes.
Yes.
And, we've got rodeo coming up here, which is it's a mega event for an entire month. And there's a lot of pickup trucks out of this place. This is the actual arena where it's the barn is what they call it.
Is that right?
So all of the cattle and the horses and all that stuff here in this particular space that
wow.
we take up now. Yeah. And so it's amazing. Ford actually has a huge display here, and they sell lots of Ford trucks in Houston, Texas. It's the number one selling truck in Texas.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
number one selling vehicle
Wow.
in Texas.
Understanding.
They see this rodeo
Yeah.
show for a month long, and they think, you know what?
I
might as
gotta
well-
have me one of them.
Yeah.
I got to hop on a bull.
That's
That's
it.
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. But Now, in Houston, Texas, it's a huge mixture, and obviously SUV is hot,
Yes.
and everybody's got one, and I know that the Rogue in particular is very competitive, and it's got a great track record, and people love them, and they love them for a reason.
Yes.
100%. I mean, I can't complain. It checks off all of our boxes, like
Yeah.
I said. And then now with the introduction of the Rock Creek Edition, I mean, you had a conversation. I was spoken with a woman who did cross country, like expeditions and events everywhere from Atlanta, San Diego.
Yeah.
And so she's constantly climbing hills. But again, smaller woman, she doesn't need the Pathfinder
Right.
when she goes out off-roading. And so the Rogue, seeing that Rock Creek, she's like, oh, this is my vehicle. This is exactly what I need.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a great price too. You're looking at the low 30s with that Rock Creek Edition, so it's great.
Yeah, and my daughter never goes off-roading. I said, maybe just get the two-wheel drive model.
Yeah.
It's all you really need. And the nice thing about vehicles these days, new vehicles, there's so many options on so many vehicles.
Yes.
Even the Wrangler's got a two-wheel drive model if that's what you want.
Right.
That truck, I don't know why you'd buy that because that's strictly an off-roader in my mind. But whatever the case may be, it works really well. Gentlemen,
Yes.
thank you.
Well, thank you.
It was a pleasure. Hope I didn't embarrass you too much.
Not at all.
I got stories to tell you when we get off the air about
The man.
Steve Parrott.
Please,
And
please.
so when you send him a thank you note or a
Yes.
hate note because he's hooked us all up,
Yes.
and the same goes for Rochelle Salinas. She knows the story. We'll be sure and bring in Steve Parrott.
We'll pass it
Yeah.
along. We see him at
Yeah.
training every
We
now and then.
definitely-
Gentlemen, thank you.
We
Nissan,
appreciate it.
God bless you. Thank you, gents.
God
Come
bless
by
you too.
for a
Thank
thousand
Just ahead,
$1,000.
Mars has his review of the 2025 Kia K4 and Jeff's feature on car extended warranties. It's going to be good. Stay with us. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is back after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 on the In-Wheel Time and Odyssey radio apps. And you can find podcasts on your favorite podcast provider, including SiriusXM. You want to watch the show? We also video stream when it works. On Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, 10 to noon every Saturday. Thanks for being with us today. By the way, today is an extra hour show. We're doing 3 hours today, so we got a bonus hour from noon until 1 p.m. Central Time. So we
Very
invite
good.
you to stay with us.
Okay.
All right, time now for Jeff's feature. Today we're going to talk about extended warranties,
Yes,
Jeffrey.
and the reason I did this, we're here with all these beautiful automobiles, all these wonderful manufacturers, and they offer a warranty with their vehicle. Sometimes it's 3-year 36, sometimes it's 5-year 60. So what should you consider when you buy an extended warranty? Now, all these folks have the extended warranties in addition to that 3-year 36 and 560, but what else do you want? You want a bumper-to-bumper warranty? Well, it covers all the mechanical systems except for a few items explicitly listed in a non-covered binder of what they're going to sell you. Bumper-to-bumper warranties typically offer excellent coverage and include a lot of repairs, and other warranties don't. So what about the powertrain? Well, the powertrain includes the engine, transmission, front and rear wheel systems, the related components on those systems. The warranty covers the cost of repairing or replacing these parts should they malfunction. A powertrain warranty covers fewer parts than the car, but usually lasts longer than the other types of warranties. Wear and tear warranties. Now, that's stuff that doesn't always get covered on a warranty program, but most manufacturer warranties don't cover repairs due to the natural wear and tear. Belts, tires, hoses, and things of that nature. So look for a good one. Some of them do offer that and beyond the normal experiences of a warranty. Maintenance plans. Well, plans are similar to the prepaid service plan, but with more coverage. Like a service plan, it covers the routine oil changes. It covers basically inspections and basically maintenance of that particular vehicle, some of the labor and some of the parts. Emissions. Do you be concerned about emission warranties? Well, you should, because warranties protect you from the cost of repairs of emission-related failures and beyond your control. Catalytic converters comes to mind. Manufacturers are required to provide broad emission warranty coverage for your cars younger than 5 years old and have less than 50,000 miles. Factory accessory plans, they're all out there about wheels, tires. You can actually get that protective paint coverage. Rust and corrosion warranties, they're available as well. So look into it, choose the right plan. Even though you have a warranty, 3 or 36, whatever the case, you can still buy added coverage onto that. Now with my new vehicle, I could have done that. It would have been another $6,000 for a factory warranty from Buick. Now if you're doing these outside coverages, be careful, because they list them. There's like 10 of them out there, and they list them top to bottom. And there's a lot of them you see on TV that are at the bottom. So
you know what I do?
I don't want to mention them.
I go to Consumer Reports.
You can,
see what they say.
That was my next one. You get on there, do that research.
Yeah.
You know, you can apply for that, get a temporary pass to get in there and look
you know,
at
we
it.
have a relationship with the Consumer Reports.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I now am a subscriber.
You are.
And I didn't get a discount. I paid my $20 or whatever it was.
They were offering a $10
discount. I know that, and I didn't do that.
And they gave him the special $20 one.
Yeah. I didn't get that, but I'm starting to get the magazines now. There's so much in there. I'm liking it.
Be aware of what you want. If you got the money to do that and you got the means, go ahead and do it if you want to. I used to do it. I don't have one now, but be careful. And because we're here with all these fine folks, something to look into.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you that this is a new car show. There are also some exotics here. Mm-hmm. There are detailers here. There are a lot of ancillary support people here that do all sorts of different things. So when you come here to look at the cars, be sure and look at some of the people. What?
No, you got NASA here too with
and
one
NASA,
of their moon
yes.
crawlers.
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting just to go see what.
Yeah, where is that?
I think it's in that front corner, kind of opposite of us.
So
well, that would be that way or that way.
Yeah.
No, I believe it's this way.
Okay, whatever the case may be. Mars,
put a cable in it.
Are we on the air?
We are on the air.
This is a new car show, and we do new car reviews. And Mr. Mars got to drive the Kia K4.
I really did get to drive that. It is the K4 EX model. Now, this is all new for 2025. You can get this vehicle in 5 trim levels, the LX, the LXS, the EX, the GT, the GT Turbo. So we were driving the EX, so this is kind of like a mid-trim level, if you will. Mid-sized sedan is the way it's listed. Seats 5. And it's got Don and I talked about this before. It's got a sleek, modern design. It's almost like a fastback silhouette. Now, they've done a couple of things with the windows that kind of make you think, But as far as the design of it, it's really a slick-looking car. Got LED lighting up front with the vertical automatic on headlights, and it's got LED tail lights. It's got a power-adjustable outside mirror that's heated. We were rolling on the optional 17-inch wheels. Now, I'm putting this in here because of that fastback design, as I call it, because it's not really a fastback, but it's a wannabe fastback, if you will. And it's when you open it, you've got a really large trunk space there. I mean, you could probably – I know – Don's pretty tall, but you could probably put him and maybe half of him again in there and to fill it up. Now, on the inside of it, We had the premium cloth trim. Now, this is on the seating surfaces. So it's a very spacious interior. Got 60/40 folding rear seats, which opens that cargo area in the back up even further. We had a 12.3-inch touchscreen in the middle of the dash. It's where you're going to find your nav, your rear view camera, and all those kind of features. Had the wireless charger for Apple, Android wireless connections. Had front and rear USBs. Now, we also, in the vehicle we had the optional 12.3-inch instrument display. We used to call it a gauge pod, but it connects across to that 12.3-inch touchscreen where you're going to find all your nav and everything, and it makes it for a really nice layout there. It makes it look like everything flows really well across there. Now, you get up under the hood. 2.0-liter inline-4, 147 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque, backed by a CVT. Now, this doesn't sound like a lot, but in this midsize sedan, I thought this thing had plenty of power. There was a lot. I mean, it was fun to drive it. It's not a race car by any means, but it was fun to drive. EPA says you should be looking for 29 in the city, highway 39, combined 33. Now, I drove it 260 miles. Like I said, it's fun to drive. I averaged 31.0 miles per gallon, and I was very happy with that for the week. In fact, I was so happy with the way this thing rode and drove. I've got a couple of grandkids that I took for a ride, and I said, now, when you get ready to buy you a new car, when you graduate from college in a couple of years, there's going to be some 1- and 2-year-old vehicles out there. This is one of them you ought to look at. Now, it was surprisingly quiet inside of it. The suspension absorbs almost all of the road noise or road imperfections. And like I said, it's got more than adequate power on it, and the sedan design makes it easier for people to get in and out, particularly in the back seat. Now, base model price for this vehicle, which would be down at the LX, $21,990. Base trim price for the EX, $23,990. Now, our MSRP, because I mentioned a couple of options we had, $25,320, which I think is a lot of value there. Now, if you're looking for something to compare it to, go across and look at the Honda Civic that starts at $25,345. The Mazda,
so cute.
The Hyundai Elantra starts at $22,025. And then, of course, the Mazda 3 comes in at $23,950. So there's some things to compare it with. But I was really impressed with this vehicle, liked it a lot, and recommended it to some of my grandkids to look at. And that's my review of the 2025 Kia K4 EX.
You know, we have a new award here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and that's the Cute Baby Award. Just walked by here just a second ago. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, got you.
I was wondering what you were
he
oohing
shut
and
me
ahhing
off.
over.
Well, he has a tendency to do
I know that, and then he wanders
Yeah,
around.
Cute Baby Awards. We're handing
Yeah.
those out left and right over here.
There was a little tiny one that walked or didn't walk by. It was being carried.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, little tiny one.
With the big bow on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bow
Loved
is
it.
bigger than her.
Yeah, it was. Lots of folks here now. Mm-hmm. And the Camp Jeep ride is full.
They're lined. They're lined up.
Yeah, it's
a lot
kind
of
of like.
people in this exotics that are straight across from us, too,
Yeah.
where they're doing the wraps and things.
I'll have to tell you,
We don't have it, but there's Ferraris and there's what is that over there? There's a Porsche.
that's a G63 wagon from Mercedes-Benz over there that they have
G-Wagon,
massaged,
all decked out.
and it's got a lot of carbon fiber on it. And I will tell you that orange interior pops, and it works so well with that dark forest green. You go over there and
it's
take
this
a look.
one right here. I can see it now between the crowd, kind of thinned out a little bit right in front of
We're
us.
not going to show it to you, so you got to come out to the show and look at it yourself.
Okay, yeah,
It's a
How's
teaser.
that?
I'm
There
sure
you
that
go.
we'll get a lot of calls on that.
And, well, I'm the international correspondent, and I'm inviting everyone.
Jeff
to
is
come.
the international correspondent.
I am.
We send him all over the world
Yep.
in our minds.
In
Be
his-
sure and join
his
us
mind.
next Saturday when we'll be back home in the Sugar Shack Studios.
All right.
The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
From the open roads to the open waters, your adventure starts at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. One ticket, two shows. Check out top cars, trucks, sport boats, fishing boats, and more. New designs, new technology, and everything in between. Spectacular experiences, amazing fun. There's something for everyone. Get your friends, get your family, and get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventures.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.